Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Taj, and I'm back today with some more free tea. But before we jump into this tea, you already know the drill. Go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. Hit that post notification bell so that you are notified every single time I upload a video. So today, the tea is going to be about the law of attraction. The law of attraction. You are what you attract. How you feel, your internal conditions are a reflection of your external experiences. So a lot of people always ask me, like, how did I awaken spiritually, or how did I become so, I guess, self-aware? And it's literally as simple as it sounds. Being self-aware. Oh, and as you can see, I am in a new location. I'm out in nature. I decided to come out here because I actually needed some inspiration for this video, and just to come out here and kind of just meditate and get my mind together, get my thoughts together. But yeah, so the law of attraction and becoming spiritually enlightened or spiritually awakened, okay? For me, it all started with looking at myself and understanding and understanding that every experience, in every situation and circumstance, and every person that I felt challenged my being were actually mirrors. So if you look at everybody as like a reflection of you, like people showing you who you are by the way that they're acting. So a lot of times we like to, blame other people, or be like, oh, why is she like that? Or, oh, why is she, talking to me like that? Or, oh, they're mistreating me. Or, whatever the case, we always like to look outside of ourselves and blame other people, or, just kind of point the finger at other people, when really, in actuality, the way that you grow and mature spiritually is you realize that it's not about other people, and it's not about what other people are doing to you, but it's more so about what other people are showing you about you. Okay, it's all about people showing you your shadow, basically. And so when I begin to, because it's very frustrating to continue to go in your mind and say, well, why is this happening? Why is that happening? And it's really frustrating as well to try to understand someone else's actions towards you. Okay, but it's much easier for you to try to understand yourself and your actions and your reactions, and to understand your triggers. So when you are in a situation, whether it's work, whether it's your boss, whether you're in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whatever type of ship you're in with another human, it's never about them, but it's more about you. And so if you feel like you find yourself in situations where you're always being mistreated, you feel like, oh, I'm always being mistreated, or I don't understand why people treat me the way they treat me. It's like you have to look at yourself, because you can't, it's really hard to try to understand other people, when to me that's counterproductive, and it's just easier to try to understand yourself. And so what really helped me, I think years ago, probably when Pinterest first came out, I remember seeing a pen that it was kind of like, like, instead of saying this, or instead of thinking this, think that. And what it was instead of saying, like, why is this happening to me, or why am I being treated this way, I started to ask myself, what am I supposed to be learning from this? Because I feel like I became spiritually awakened or spiritually enlightened when I changed my perspective about situations, circumstances, and negative, toxic people that were showing up in my life. So it's like, okay, God, what am I supposed to learn from this person? What are they showing me about me? What are they showing me about me that needs to be altered? Because a lot of times it's very hard for us to see ourselves in the light that other people see us, or it's hard to see certain shadowy aspects of ourselves. So in order to shine light on those aspects, in order for us to make some adjustments and change them so that we can grow and continue to evolve, God aligns us with people, places, things, ideas that kind of trigger us in a way to say, hey, this is what needs to be adjusted, this is what needs to be changed, this is what needs to be fixed in order for you to evolve and grow as a person and get to the next level. So that's pretty much it. And I feel like for people out there that feel like, I have a lot of people coming in my inbox like, well, how did you, awaken spiritually, or how do you, tap into yourself? And it's all about taking your challenges and the things that really, really trigger you and ask yourself some deep questions. But it's going to take for you to be honest with yourself. If you're not able to be honest with yourself, like this ain't it. This ain't it for you. You have to be able to be honest with yourself and be willing to change and make adjustments within yourself for the better. So it's like, for example, when I started my business, I became much more consciously aware of how I interacted with other people who ran businesses, whether it was the workers at McDonald's, whether it was another Black-owned business, whoever or whatever it is. I started to be more aware of my interactions with others and making sure that everything is pure from my heart, that I'm not being rude, that I'm not being impatient, whatever the case, that I'm always kind, that I'm always nice. And basically I just started to be to other people and other businesses the way that I want people to be with me. And that's exactly what has happened, because the law of attraction, you attract, like, it's that law of the law of attraction, but it's like, God, why can't I think of it? It's like literally on the tip of my tongue. Like attracts like. Thank you. Like attracts like. Okay. So how you are is what you're going to attract. So if you continue to attract people who are shady, who are low down, who just always want to go off on you for like the smallest, simplest things, those are opportunities for you to check yourself and to do some self-evaluation and say, okay, could I have been nicer to the person, at Walmart? Could I have been nicer to the drive-through lady at McDonald's? Maybe she was having a bad day. Maybe this, maybe that. It's all about treating people how you want to be treated. It's all about having pure intentions and being pure from the heart. It's all about being a good soul at the end of the day, being a good soul, being a good person. And once you really start to look at yourself and really evaluate yourself and start to ask the question of, what am I supposed to be learning from this person, or what am I supposed to be learning from this situation, versus why they acting like that, or why am I always being treated this way, then you will start to live a much more fulfilling life, and start to live a more life, and start to live a life. I don't know if I'm getting sidetracked and messed up, because I'm at the park and there are like people here, and I feel like this person is like right here. I'm trying to whisper. I feel like he's like right here, like listening. He's got his window down. He keeps looking over here. So I'm like, But okay, I'm going to try not to get sidetracked. But yeah, so once you start to approach your life and approach situations in that way, and really, that's how you begin to grow, because you're no longer playing the victim, or you're no longer pointing the finger. It's you're looking within yourself, because you understand that every person that you come in contact with are literally a mirror. Okay, they're just showing you. And so it's all about not taking things personally as well. And actually I had a situation yesterday. So a close friend of mine gave me a shop vac to use on my AC unit, because it's all rigged up. But anyway, I be fixing stuff at the house. Okay, I be fixing stuff. So I had the shop vac and I left it outside, because outside is where I have to connect it to the AC to drain the water and all that type of stuff. Okay, so anyway, I left it outside. So my roof started like leaking again, and I knew that the little thing in the AC had tilted over again. So I was like, oh dang, I need to go back outside and shop vac the little thing and get the water out. So when I went outside to plug up the shop vac, someone had cut the cord on the shop vac, and I was like, I know you lying. Like, they had cut the cord, like cut it. So there was no way for me to use it. No way. Like, it's trash. I threw it away. And the first part of, like, for the first, a couple of minutes, I was like, oh my God, like, who did this? Like, it was so frustrating, and I almost let it ruin my day. But it's like, and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that God still gives me these situations so that I can see where I am in my spiritual development and personal growth. So for the first few minutes, like, I was ticked off, getting ready to call the landlord, because at that time also it was a guy outside cutting grass, and I was like, it was probably him. He probably cut my cord with the lawnmower, and then he over here smiling like, hey, like, no, ain't no smiles, because somebody done cut the cord on this shop vac. So anyway, instead of me, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. I can still just use something else. I had another appliance inside the house that I could use, so that helped calm me down a little bit. But the main thing about that calmed me down was, you know what? I said, you know what? Why is this happening to me, God? Like, why? And I know to some people this may seem simple, but these are the little things that you have to be intentional about to change your life in little small ways. It's just these tiny adjustments that we have to make in order to truly level up and go to the next level. So I was like, okay, who am I really mad at? Who am I really upset at? And the answer was me. The answer was me. I couldn't be mad at anybody. I couldn't point the finger. I couldn't do any of that. You know why? Because who left it outside in the first place? If it wasn't outside, the cord would have never gotten cut. Okay? It wouldn't have been damaged. Nobody would have had the opportunity to mess around with it, cut the cord and all that stuff, right? So at the end of the day, that was a lesson for me to say, okay, you have to be more intentional, be more mindful of your things. And it was really just an act of laziness, just being lazy. I was like, because it was big and bulky, and I'm like, I don't want to carry it in and out the house all the time. And I felt like, my backyard was safe. And although it is safe, it's just still about taking care of things and putting things in their right places, okay? So I couldn't be mad at anybody at the end of the day but myself. And it's like, now going forward, I know to take better care of my things. If I don't want something messed up, I bring it back in the house. Okay, so it's simple things like that that helps grow us and evolve us spiritually, and make us better people. So I said all that to say, the law of attraction, like attracts like, and you are what you attract. And so if you are attracting people, places, things, ideas, circumstances that you are not happy with, then you have to ask yourself, what are you supposed to be learning from this situation? What is it that you need to see about yourself that you need to change and slightly adjust? And once you make those slight adjustments and changes, and it's not like a 1 or 2 time thing, this is going to happen until we are no longer on this earth, because as humans, we're here to evolve and to grow. And so every level has something else that will be thrown at you that will allow you to look at yourself in an honest and a non-judgmental way. So this is not about being judgmental or judging yourself, but it's more about observing your patterns of behavior and making slight adjustments when needed. It's just like tweaking yourself, okay? Tweaking yourself. And so that's pretty much how I started to become more tapped into myself, tapped into my environment around me, and tapped into how I am the common denominator in my life. I am the center of my universe. So everything that is happening around me is literally a reflection of my own internal conditions, and the same for you. So I suggest, for everyone who's been in my inbox asking, I suggest, the easiest way to start to wake up and awaken spiritually to yourself and to the world around you is to really start to ask those self-reflective questions, and be honest about be honest about your answers, and actually make the adjustments and the necessary changes so that you can continue to grow and to evolve. Now, on the other hand, I found myself also in a situation where I had made these adjustments and I had made these tweaks, and I wasn't blaming people outside of me, but I still felt like I was in a situation where I was constantly being attacked, and what was being attacked, when I dove deeper into that, what was being attacked was my self-worth. Okay, and so that situation made me reevaluate my worth. Am I worthy? Am I valuable? Do I think that I'm worthy? Do I think that I'm valuable? Okay, and that took me into a whole nother mode of self-development. But once I came to the conclusion of that, and I redefined my value and redefined my worth, I took myself out of that situation. So not all the time will situations just disappear or dissipate on their own. Sometimes if you find yourself doing the work and you're still attracting these situations that are negative or toxic, sometimes it's a call for you to look at yourself, like, am I worth this type of treatment or behavior? Do I deserve this? And if the answer is no, and you know your worth and you know your value, then you dismiss yourself from situations, people, circumstances, ideas that deem you unworthy or invaluable. And so that's exactly what I did. And that was another major upgrade within my spiritual awareness and my self-development as well, was just redefining my own worth. And once you do that, I mean, it's just a game changer. Just being self-aware, it's just a game changer. Not blaming other people, not playing the victim, game changer. Okay, but I'm gonna leave you guys with that. There will probably be a part 2 to this, and the part 2 will probably be done at home, because like I said, I feel like I'm being watched, and I don't like that. Well, not watch, but listen to, and it's just weird. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I literally just wanted to stick to what I said, which was post every Tuesday and Wednesday. Since I put that on my banner, I'm trying to stick to it, stick to my word, keep my promises and my commitments to myself first, and that way I can attract people, places, things, ideas, circumstances that also keep their commitments and honor their commitments to me as well. But it all starts within. It all starts with you. It all starts with the relationship that you have with yourself. So until next time, I'm sending you guys peace, love, and blessings.